Where your glasses?
What's up?
Put your glasses on.
I don't need no glasses. I get real
I'm
glasses.
saying if you put your glasses on, then we can look alike.
We can look alike with glasses on.
Put your
Okay.
glasses
I put
on.
my glasses on, so we look alike.
Put your glasses on.
There you go. Do I need to clean it? I need to clean it a little bit. Let me clean my glasses so we can look alike. What do you say? That's cool. Why are you looking like that? One of us got no hair. One of us got a lot of hair. You probably need to do like me and have no hair. Now let's see how my glasses come along. It's got to dry. Ooh, I can't see. It's got to dry first. Hold on, let it dry. Once it dry, we'll get to good. I might scratch it up. Okay, I think I'm good now. If I can see. All right, you ready? Stop playing with that stuff, man. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? So today is my Fact Friday, and I really and truly did not know who I wanted to invite today, so I did not invite anyone initially. And then I had this idea to just ask my son to have a conversation with me, and he's just going to ask it from a 20-year-old point of view. I promise you, this is not scripted. I didn't give him no questions. He's just going to ask. Let's say, for example, he decided he want to buy a home tomorrow. Let's say he want to buy a house tomorrow. What would be some questions he want to ask? That's basically what our conversation ago is going to be. So this is my son, Caleb Spring.
Hi.
And he is, you want me to tell your age or are you going to tell it yourself?
I'm 21.
No, he's not.
I'm 20.
He's 20 years old. And he's not buying a house today. But I asked him, hey, if you were going to buy a house, what are some questions that might just pop in your head, like just out the blue? Like you just be like, okay, I want to buy a house and where, whatever. So I'm going to let him ask questions and I'm going to try and answer it. And hopefully it might help some young folks out there that might not know what they need to do, but do have intentions of becoming a homeowner. Home ownership is very, very important. And I'm going to definitely stress to him and his siblings that they should always keep thriving to become a homeowner. So Caleb, at 20 years old, if you were thinking of buying a home, or when you decide you want to buy a home, what are some of the things that you might just want to know?
Can I get like what's the average cost of a house in Memphis? Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So if my math is right, and I don't know that, probably should know it, but I'm not going to act like I do. But I think the average price of a home in Memphis is about $270,000 within that range. But it's definitely under $300,000 is the average price of a home in Memphis.
Is that like for one floor, two floors, or like just everything?
That's a single family home. Some single family homes will be one floor, two floors. And in some places, like in certain parts of Midtown, you might even have like almost look like it's a 3-story, but most here in Memphis is going to be 1 or 2 floors, single family, 1 or 2 floors.
Do Memphis houses have like basements? I want a basement.
There's a few places you can find some basement, but it's not a very popular thing from what I've seen here in the Memphis area.
I want a man cave, big old basement.
You want a man cave? You can build a man cave. You can just buy a house, and when you get you turn one of your rooms into a man cave.
But yeah, but something's different about a basement man cave,
That's true.
It gives off like real manly vibes. It's concrete, It's unfinished floors, just concrete everywhere,
Okay.
Yeah. What about like pools? Does that add not interest, but like value to the pools? Add value to the house?
Yes, a home with a pool. If two homes are exactly the same for everything else, and one has a pool and one don't, generally speaking, the one with the pool will have a higher value than the other one because the pool does add value to to the home. Now, the things of the pool is it can go both ways because there are people who don't want pool. There's some who want pool. So somebody might find a house that has everything that they like, but it has a pool, and they will literally refuse to buy the home because of the pool because there's upkeep and there's insurance. The insurance is gonna be more because you have a pool. So there's some things. But yes, one with a pool would generally be valued more if all things are equal, even.
In the long run, is it better to buy a house or build a house?
Build it well. Building a house, it's building a house is not very simple because if you're gonna build from scratch, the type of loan that you get for building a home is different. Usually, you want what we call a construction home. However, you can buy a new build where like a developer have a whole subdivision and they start building the homes and stuff, and then you get to buy one. In those instances, also you can actually start it from scratch, but they have their own designs and all the stuff. You can pick different things. But if you plan to build a house from scratch, everything is you. That's a little bit different process. Is it better to build or to buy one that's already pre-built? That's a personal preference, really and truly.
Or personal? Would you rather have built the house or just buy the house?
I think I just buy it because building you have to wait and many things can be personally. I'll probably just maybe buy one that if I'm looking for like a new construction house instead of building it myself, getting an architect and all the stuff from scratch, I'll probably just buy one. But there's something in building it, watching it from the foundation come all the way up. It's a beauty. I've done that before. Um, I think our first house we had, that's kind of the process we did. We watched it build from the ground up.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you don't.
Barely remember yesterday. Let's see. What else? You don't do rentals, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind. Well, you have any questions for me? You kind of told me about this last minute. I didn't have time to prepare questions or anything.
That's okay. Because I just wanted to be as raw as it can get. You just answer your questions as they come. But what do you think? Do you think you would rather, from what you know, buy a home or rent one? Become a homeowner or be a renter? What do you think? Which one do you think, from everything you know now, that you might like better?
See, I'd say for a house, if I could buy like just pay it off at one time, just buy cash for a house, I'd buy the house.
Yeah.
But if I can't do that, then I just rent, make a budget, and save up so that I can buy the house.
Okay. Well, but you probably would still have to do that even if you're trying to pay cash, unless you win the lottery. You're more likely you're going to save up to buy a house cash. Then you probably still have to save, make that budget and all that stuff. So yeah, you should definitely have a budget, save up, have a nice little down payment. But you still answer correct. Would you rather, if when it's all said and done, would you like to be a homeowner, or do you think you would just want to, or would you want to just always
a
rent?
homeowner.
The homeowner. Okay.
Oh, speaking about it. Okay, would you rather have a house? A house with the homeowners association or without a homeowners association?
They both have their advantages and disadvantages. Homeowners association, generally speaking, would help your neighborhood, for want of a better word, help the homes keep their value up, because there's some things you can and can't do. That is good. So for example, like in some homeowners association where you live, they might be like, okay, you can have only one car park outside your house. If not, everything got to be in your garage. They sometimes make sure that all the neighbors have the grasses cut. They also make sure that if you got to paint, when it's time to paint your house, you don't paint your house yellow. That's the benefit. But also on the flip side, if you live in one that doesn't have it, you do have a little bit more flexibility to do certain things to your home. So I don't think there's a right or wrong way. Everybody have a preference. Some people hate homeowners association because of the rules, and some people love them because of the rules.
What would you do? Homeowners association, no homeowners association?
I've lived in both.
Which one?
And I've
is
never
that?
had a problem with either one. What I would do is I'll make sure I know if I have one with, I'll make sure I know what the rules are before I decide to buy, to make sure that I don't find myself trying to do something and get into trouble. I really don't have a preference to say I will not do either one.
I do no homeowners association.
You know what?
No homeowners association.
Okay.
Because it's my house,
Do whatever you want.
Right.
Right. But how would you feel if you take care of your house,
Right.
do all the stuff, and the guy pull up, your neighbor pull up, and the next thing you know, he start fixing all his cars right outside your house, and he got 8 cars parked right outside you can barely get to fit into your driveway.
See, that's where it becomes a problem because now you're on my property.
No, he won't be any property. He'd be in the street. They'll park the stuff on the street. That's not your property.
As long as you don't block my driveway, Because if you block my driveway,
What if your neighbor? What if your neighbors decide that okay, he gonna paint his house yellow, and he gonna put up some Christmas lights all year round?
There's nothing wrong with a yellow house.
Okay, I'm just saying.
There's nothing wrong with
but again,
Christmas lights all year round.
okay,
Because guess what? Once the sun goes down, now it's a lit up house.
that's true too.
And then be like, oh, I didn't see your house. It's the bright one.
The bright one. I live next to the bright one.
You see that really red and green house down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one next to
The one next to that. Yes. Okay. Okay. But no, there's no right or wrong reason. Everybody have their own preferences. Some people, like I said, some people will not buy without. Some people will only buy with.
Would you buy a house with a pool?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
So then why didn't you buy the house with the pool then?
Because I didn't want, this time when we bought the house, didn't want to have the upkeep of a pool and the insurance that comes with a pool.
But now you want a pool.
I didn't say I want a pool. You have to buy a house with a pool.
Right. But I asked you but you said you would buy a pool. So why didn't you buy the pool?
I just told you. Because I didn't want to have to pay.
But you still gonna have to pay.
When?
You still gonna have to pay for the upkeep though.
It's different.
It's different now than it was back then.
No, it's different with a pool. Because a pool have all the systems and all the stuff. Plus you got to clean it. You got to shut it down during the year, open it up back.
Yeah.
There's work to be done. They're fantastic when you're using them. Jumping in the pool is great, but there's work to be done. We just didn't want that extra financial burden, responsibility, whatever.
What was the process like, if you could remember back home, like buying houses and stuff?
In St. Vincent?
Yeah, if there was like,
It's different. In St. Vincent, you do what you were talking about, build a house. Pretty much everybody build a house from scratch. You go get a loan from the bank and you build a house. There's usually no pre-owned, no pre-built home. At least when I grew up, there wasn't like a subdivision you can go. No, there isn't such thing as homeowners association, because that's one thing about the Caribbean. Here's uniqueness. Everybody house is unique, different color. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You've been there. You have yellow house, you got orange house, you got red house,
red and blue house.
You got blue house.
Yeah. Rainbow house.
Actually, that's what we didn't build a house, but we did that to our house before we moved here. We painted the rooms in different colors. And then time to sell the house, the agent said to us, you gotta paint the whole of the same color. Yeah. Anything else?
Let's see. So you say you don't do rentals. So you don't know about like renting out stuff to people or anything like that?
No, I'm not the person to really help you when it comes to rental.
Okay.
I help you buy, sell, invest, stuff like that.
Buy, sell, and invest, guys. He's your man.
You good?
Yeah, that's everything I have.
All right. Hey, that's Fact Friday for today. And like I said, we just had just a raw conversation. See if any questions you might ask. Maybe you didn't learn anything. Maybe you did. But the idea behind this is what we want to talk about with our youngsters. Ask them questions, be able to answer them, let them know the importance of home ownership. That way they can have a goal in mind. And again, let me say this, there's nothing wrong with renting if that's what you want to do. First of all, you need shelter. However you get it, you get it. Whether you rent, you buy, live with someone, you need shelter. We all need shelter. Then if you have an option, then you have the decision to make. Do I want to rent? Do I want to buy? Personally, I think you should buy when you're able to. So home ownership, it is very, 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 very important. Don't let nobody tell you it's not, and don't let nobody tell you that you have to. I mean, it is a great thing, especially when done right. So, again, thank you guys.
Last question.
Yes, go ahead. More questions.
Dream house. What's your dream house? Rooms, bathrooms, floors. What do you want, like in the rooms and stuff? How big? How small? You know, your dream house.
And you can ask your mom this. And for me, a dream house, the only thing that I generally, whenever your mom and I used to look at homes to buy a home, the only two things that I used to have a say in. No, the only two things I wanted a say in was the kitchen, because I like to cook, you know that, and the backyard.
Yeah.
That's it. The rest of it, have fun. Have at it. Obviously, we'll have how many rooms and stuff we need and stuff like that. But I just need a good kitchen that I can cook. I need a backyard because sometimes I want to go, because I do grill. Go outside, grill, and just relax. Maybe with my dogs. They're somewhere here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys very much. I will see you next Friday. And this coming Friday, I will have an expert in the real estate world to help you guys understand something else about the process of buying and selling real estate. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your weekend. And I will see you on Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Bye-bye.